Hey, welcome back, guys. Thanks for coming to step 2. Step 2 is all about website design and SEO, which is search engine optimization. Very important for a website. Again, there's a lot of confusion out there of what you have to do. And I know we even have a email campaign, or not email campaign, an automated email course on how to do search engine optimization, the 5 or 6 essential factors to have on your website. Well, you're welcome to that. But a lot of guys find it very confusing, and you know what? You don't have time to do it. That's what we're here for. We're here to help you get your website optimized and be in the best place it possibly can. So how do we do that? And what is the optimum result of a good website? Well, that's to be on the first page of Google. Now, we talked about a little earlier in the last step, being step 1, that the rules have changed, and Google changes those rules all the time. They've changed them, and now to be in the first place on the organic ranking of Google, you might be on the 8th or 9th or 10th position on the first page. So that drives you to the second page. However, it's still important to have the exposure on the World Wide Web with your information. Your customer is still looking for why they should deal with you and what's in it for them. So let's talk about a few things, what's important about a website design. I'm going to quickly go through them, and then I'm going to go back to them and explain them a little bit further. I'm not going to take a whole lot of your time, but I want you to understand how important this stuff is. The number one thing that is the most important part with any website are the keywords. Keywords are essential to Mr. and Mrs. Jones, your customer, trying to find you. Now, you can pick keywords out of the air, and you can pick keywords from the industry in, but do they always, or are they always the ones that Mr. and Mrs. Jones are looking for? Well, we have software to tell us that they may not be. But we do have software that can tell us your keywords, how they relate to the real keywords that the customers are typing into the search engines to find your company. Content. Content is extremely important. So many companies build their content, and specifically the landing page, to be all about the company. It's not about the company, it's about your customer. It's about why they should stay there. And what they're reading, is it relevant to what they're looking for? That content needs to be relevant to the keywords that they've plugged in. You only have seconds, and they say at the outside 15 seconds to capture their attention, and you need to do that through the keywords that you've chosen and we've built into the website and into that content. Content is king. Don't let anybody tell you it isn't. It's king because they want to read about what's in it for them. The third thing that's very important is links. When we say links, we mean backlinks. Now, there is linking on the internal side of a website, which allows you to, or your customer, to go from one page to another. For example, they may land on a page that's about furnaces. They're really not looking for furnaces, they're looking for air conditioners. So halfway down the page, or a quarter way down the page, we'll link them over to whatever it is they're looking for. And maybe it's the air conditioning, or maybe it's indoor air quality. So we do that, and that's called internal linking. External linking, which is called backlinking. Very important to driving a website up in the rankings on Google. Now, we keep talking about Google, and you probably wonder why we talk about Google. Well, Google owns 63% of the world marketing share of all the search engines. Marketing online share of all the search engines in the world. 63%. So guess what? We design our websites to what Google wants to see. So, getting back to linking and backlinking, this is a very essential part to building a website, so that there's relevant information not only on the website, but pointing back to your website. The algorithms from all the search engines go out and they see these backlinks that are relevant to what your website is, and it gives you ranks. It's just like getting votes for a presidency. It's about how relevant is it, and is it important to what they're looking for. This will give you higher ranking on every page that you have that we design. Now, traffic is the fourth very important part. Google just changed the rules in June of 2010. They want to see traffic to your website. You know how many pages on the World Wide Web there are? There's about 1 trillion web pages out there. And if they don't have any traffic, Google has finally come to the conclusion that, hey, they're just hosting these pages for nothing. And guess what? Google is in the business of making money and being in the online marketing business. They want to drive traffic and help you drive traffic to your website. So that's a must. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about social networking. That is, well, I was going to say up and coming, but guess what? It's here. Social marketing is very important. When I say social, I'm talking about Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, all those types of social medias that can drive and create a in-house network for you and your company. And it is proven that it is steamrolling a lot of different marketing strategies. As you probably already know, Facebook has over 500 million members. 500 million members. We only need a few thousand connected to your website to make sure you have the exposure in the marketplace that you need. Okay? So that's really it for step 2. In step 3, we're going to teach you a little bit about what you need to automate your system to stay in contact with your customer. It's called customer retention. And we're going to talk about that when you click on the next step. Thanks, and we'll see you there.